Y'all look at this. Scrape right there, scrape right there, scrape over there. We got all these rows and scrapes in here. Travis is definitely scouting John's spot here. All right, guys, I'm here with John Vaughn. I'm Kenny Mullins, and then we got Travis Bozeman over there. Travis has came today to work with us and learn some more handler things. He's been coming over, well, for about a month now, working on some handler stuff and trying to gain some more knowledge. He's an excellent tractor though. So we're going to work the Boykin that we worked with last week. So we're going to show you an update after week 1 of training. John, this track is what, about 500 yards long?
Yes, sir.
2 90-degree turns.
290s.
How old would you say it is?
Approximately about three hours old.
All right, John, how far is this track?
459 yards.
Okay, 459 yards.
2.5 hours old.
And we got Hank here. This is Hank's been here for 1 week now. We're gonna see how he does. We had to abort the other track. It ended up being contaminated, so we're gonna have to lay another one and run it for the Boykin. All right, you ready, John?
I'm ready. Find it. Find it. Come on, find it. Come on. Find it.
Lots of briars right here. We had to restart it after the dog used the bathroom. Got boogered up by that falling over tree right there. One thing we noticed when this dog's on the trail, see that tail wagging? When it gets off, that tail stops. That's a clear indication of whether that dog is on the trail or not. Ooh, that was a good correction. Looks like we got a wound bed right here. See if he figures it out.
Under.
So earlier I said that other trail was contaminated. What happened is we have some guys out here that's hunting some bobcats with dogs, and they ran that block, and it definitely contaminated that track. So we had to pull off of it and lay another one. So while we're running this one, Travis is laying another one. We'll let it age and run the other dog on it. The joys of handling a lead and a young dog in training. And again, this week when we're videoing, the wind is ripping through here. Of course, this is different woods too, completely different terrain. We're working a lot more briars and vines that add more challenges to the dog. And keep in mind, the average person is not going to see these results in a week. You know, we do this every day. You know, it's a lot different. He's in search mode. Just gonna let this dog work it out, and giving it a little more room than we did on the last video where we just stopped at the end of the lead and let it work. This time we're giving it a little more room to correct itself.
Under. No, under. No, under.
All right.
What are you standing on your own leash?
There we go. I don't think he was wanting to go through that little bit thick. There we go. We hit the first 90 yet, John?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We're almost at the second.
Oh, second. Okay. Been paying attention to this camera, not paying attention to the line.
Come on, you can do it. Come on.
Andy.
Did you cross that road, John?
There we go.
So for those of you watching, road crossings is a challenge for a lot of dogs. They like to go up the road one way, down the road the other. And a lot of times they don't like to go across. So that's why we do this. Typically this wouldn't be something that someone would do in the first or second week. But John's just going to stand still and let the dog work it out. This dog is absolutely impressive for 1 week of training.
Good job, Hank. Good job, buddy. Good job.
Good boy. Good boy, Hank.
Come on. Come on, Hank.
That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's a good boy.
All right, so we're fixing to run the Boykin. Travis laid this trail earlier. We don't have the line details. We have no clue where this trail's at. We're just going to run it blind. And like I said earlier, we had to abort the first one with this dog after we found out that about 20 headed dogs ran through that block. We were wondering what was going on. So here we go. We're gonna get started.
Andy. Andy.
I'm getting it.
He's trying to work it out. He knows he lost it right there somewhere. There we go. We have no clue where this trail went, but I figured when he kept going up to that log, but that's the direction the trail went. He just wasn't sure about crossing it. Again, this is after 1 week of training. We know this trail's somewhere between 400 and 500 yards with 290-degree turns. Aged about 2.5 hours. And what this is the American Blood Trackers Association started level test line that we're using for our training. Again, keep in mind, you know, these results are not your average results for someone who's training their first dog. And this is everyday training, sometimes 2 times a day on trails. You know, it's just complete different results than someone that's doing it 2 to 3 days a week and not sure how to progress or when to progress. You notice from the first day, this dog was working really fast, kind of overshooting stuff, and these colder trails, he's finally slowing down and working it out. You see when he stops, John's stopping to not push it. You notice John's not talking to the dog as much on the trail. Letting the dog figure it out, and he'll help him if he needs to, but doesn't look like he needs much help. He got spooked by a stick, caught up in his leaves. Lost focus there for a minute. I was going to try to get them refocused. Of course, the hunter in me gets a little sidetracked looking at rubs. Getting a little hot, ain't he?
Yes, he is. He is. He is.
Every time a dog has hair, John wants to call it a she.
Andy?
In other words, all dogs. Why don't we let the dog rest here for a minute? And...
We had a proper line.
Alright, so we let the dog take a break, cool off, lay down next to John a little bit, and get him back on the trail, get going.
Andy?
You're stepping on it.
I'm stepping on it.
Rookie handler here. I think Travis was doing some scouting when he laid this line. You see all these rubs in here?
And all my dear son. Andy? Yeah. Get up and get it.
I think he's trying to find the way around all that fish right there. Not sure where this trail is, but it looks like he just did a hard 90 right there. This should be the second 90.
Go ahead.
Looks like he got off a little the way his demeanor is. He's picking it back up though. See a wound bed? Oh yeah. You know what else I see? Travis is definitely scouting. Y'all look at this. Scrape right there. Scrape right there. Scrape over there. We got all these rubs and scrapes in here. Travis is definitely scouting John's spot here. I may have just messed the dog up. I got a little excited seeing all this deer sign. Just so you all know, Travis is here with us, but he will not tell us where this trail is. So we're just trusting the dog here, but afterwards we're going to get his feedback on what he thinks about these two dogs after 1 week of training. Oh, there it is.
Good boy. Where's the hood of bone?
In your pocket?
Yeah.
You forgot to give it to him to give out, so
Sorry.
unfortunately there was a mistake here.
Come on. Good boy.
There it is.
Good job, man. Good job. Good job, buddy. Good job. Can I eat it? Can I eat it? Huh? Is it yours? Huh? Is it yours? Huh? That thing's good, ain't it? That's my finger. That thing's good. Yeah. You want to tote it? Travis, what you think about this Boykin first week out and all? And what you think about it?
You know, the neat thing about this one is on this track after 1 week, you guys didn't even know where the track was on this one. So you had to trust the dog after a week of training, and you know, she got hot there, and it was neat to see you guys say, okay, recognize she's hot, she's kind of maybe not, or he's not hunting. Let's pull him back, cool him off, give him a rest, and then restart. And as soon as you did, he took it and nailed it every step of the way. So after a week, that's pretty neat. I did want to say, you know, after working my dog for several months, coming over, working her with you guys picked up cues that she was given that I wasn't even seeing. So it's important as a handler to also pick up the cues from the dogs, and you guys seeing so many dogs and training so many, you can pick those up early and then help the dog have success. And I think that's why they come along so quick.
Travis, how long do you think it would take you training it yourself to get these results that we've gotten after 1 week?
I don't know. I'm pretty impressed after a week. I mean, a lot of times you're still trying to get them just to recognize that there's something to follow around. So So you know, I'd say a lot of dogs like that probably at least at least 2, 3, 4 weeks, and I think it depends on the dog too.
Right.
Some of them have just that natural drive, and then some of them are a little bit slower, and you've got to build that drive up in them. But definitely impressed after a week to see a several 400 or 500 yard multiple hour old track. And again, that you guys didn't know where that track was, which was super cool, because you had to watch the dog and then be able to take what that dog did after only handling a week and identify whether it was on the trail or not, and then set it up for success. So that was cool.
Yeah, and there was no blood for us to look at. I mean,
No, it was just interdigital hoofs. So
right. So what's your thoughts on the Catahoula?
I think that one's gonna, my personal opinion, I think he's gonna come along a little bit faster, but I think it's the breed. He works a little bit faster, and as soon as he hits the ground, I like a dog with energy. So, but again, everybody's got their own taste too.
That's right.
Seen some of these dogs that work a little bit more methodical and slower. They don't tend to overrun them. They hit every single track. So definitely, like Hank, I think he's going to be a great dog. He, like I said, he comes out of the truck with his nose on the ground, so he's ready to hunt. We just got to teach him what to do.
So you made the comment about us being able to see things in your dog and read your dog. Do you feel like there's been a lot of value of you coming and working with us?
100%. Yeah. I mean, that first day when we took that first track with her, I could read her a little bit, and just listening to you guys dialogue about how she's easy to read and what you're seeing in her, I was automatically picking up more cues that she was giving me that I can now use in the field and other places. So it's definitely been valuable.
And you've seen us encourage a lot of people that we haven't trained dogs for. We encourage them, hey, come work with us.
Absolutely.
We'll be glad to help you out. So if anyone's watching this and they have that issue, just get with us.